What CPU specifications should I look for in hosting? Imagine running a website or application that needs to handle many visitors at once. The speed and responsiveness depend a lot on the CPU inside your virtual private server. When choosing hosting, the CPU is a key part of the puzzle. First, look at the clock speed, which is measured in gigahertz. A higher clock speed means the CPU can process instructions faster. For most web hosting needs, a clock speed around 2.5 GHz to 3.5 GHz works well. If your site is very busy or runs complex scripts, aiming for higher speeds can help. Next, consider the number of cores. Think of cores as the number of brains your server has. More cores allow your server to do many tasks at once without slowing down. For basic websites, 2 for cores are enough. But if you run multiple sites or apps with lots of traffic, 4 to 6 cores or more are better. It's also good to know about the CPU's architecture and generation. Modern CPUs from companies like Intel and AMD are more efficient and faster at the same clock speed than older models. If your provider uses recent processors, your server will perform better and use less energy. Another thing to check is whether the CPU resources are dedicated or shared. Dedicated CPU means you get guaranteed processing power, which is important if your site needs consistent performance. Shared CPU resources can vary depending on other users, which might cause slowdowns. Some CPUs support hyperthreading or simultaneous multithreading. This feature allows each physical core to handle more than one thread at a time, boosting multitasking. If your website handles many visitors at once, this can make a noticeable difference. When choosing CPU specs, think about your website's traffic and what kind of tasks it needs to do. Static sites with little interaction need less power, while dynamic sites with databases or real-time features need more. Remember, network factors like bandwidth and latency also affect user experience. Even the fastest CPU can't fix slow internet connections. Many providers let you upgrade CPU cores and speed as your needs grow. Starting with a moderate setup and scaling up later can save money. CPU performance also works with RAM and storage speed. If your server has too little memory, it can bottleneck CPU tasks. Pairing a good CPU with enough memory and fast solid-state drives makes your server run smoothly. To sum up, look for a CPU with a clock speed of around 3 GHz or higher and at least 2 for cores for most web hosting needs. Preferably choose a modern processor with dedicated resources. This setup helps your website handle visitors quickly, run smoothly, and stay responsive even during traffic spikes.